Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your girl, Brianna.
And your boy Calvin, man. If you guys want to support the channel more right now, man, hit the link in the description. Come Patreon. I'm not subscribed. Tell a friend to tell a friend to keep running us up. And y'all today, man, we're here checking out Doggone. We had literally just said Doggone in our last Death Battle video that we was ready to check this Doggone next one that was gonna come out, Doggone, with Blade and Buffy. And then next thing you know what I'm saying, I get a notification later. I'm like, oh, it's coming out. So you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's great. We ain't had to wait that long. We've been that behind that we got caught up really quick. But Blade versus Buffy. I'm ready to see what happens on this one, man, because I know both of these characters. I know Bree, of course, you know stuff about Blade, and I know you know a little bit about Buffy, but I know neither one of us gonna know half of the stuff they tell us.
I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm a freaking know about a book, everything that they can do.
Oh no, I don't know half of the stuff. These people be having everything, so I already know there's gonna be stuff in here that I don't know.
Exactly.
So let's get it.
Let's go. I think I take Blade though.
Blade versus Buffy.
The Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Totally Blade.
I don't know, man. Buffy pretty crazy.
They're known by many names. Revenant, Vortalok, Nosferatu.
Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood.
Fitting then that the greatest foe of those who stalk the night is the one who can walk the day. Blade.
Is that really his costume?
Hang on.
Now there's a man who doesn't file his taxes. Blade is one of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically kickstarted the comic book movie craze.
And yet, he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist. Seriously, nobody talks about this.
Blade doesn't need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm by himself.
Even Blade's birth was hardcore. Just as the young Eric Brooks' mother was in labor, her attending doctor turned out to be the vampire Deacon Frost.
And he drank her blood right before she gave birth.
This infused Eric with Frost's vampiric blood, turning him half human, half vampire. A Dampier.
Giving him a ton of vampy powers, but none of their weaknesses like garlic, holy water, or sunlight.
Eric would hone these abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal Afari, sharpening him into a blade that would rape the vampire plague for good.
Blade is strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and cut bullets out of the air. He can keep up with Wolverine, who can deflect Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts. And his Kevlar DuPont armor helped him take the top of Count Von Stott's castle exploding.
He can heal small wounds immediately and sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses. Also, his fangs can drain his victims of magical energies.
After studying the ways of Hong Kong Kung Fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist. Ah yes, the Rufus from Street Fighter School of Kung Fu.
While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga, we know he's mastered more. So for the full scope of his martial arts ability, we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes.
By looking at Snipes' training and choreography, we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, Kickboxing, Shodokan Karate, and Hapkido. Add on Blade's knack for stealthy takedowns, and I guess you could call him Marvel's Batman.
Blade's training progressed smoothly until Afari was attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula. Seriously, Avengers, Dracula is real. Why aren't you doing anything about this? He's right there.
Forced to murk his surrogate dad, Blade would have to wage his war alone.
Nursing a wound within him that would never heal. A hole that could never be filled.
Not with that attitude. Blade took a page out of the Book of Boomstick and tried filling that hole with every kind of weapon imaginable. He's got so many, they're his apartment decorations.
Handguns, assault rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his firepower. And he enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual acid-etched titanium katana.
Speaking of glorious Nippon steel, he's got a sword made out of adamantium.
Specifically, secondary adamantium, a variant of the metal that is mass-producible.
It may not be quite as strong as Cap's shield, but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk.
Naturally, Blade has even more swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar vampire can slay fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out of his ass, like a hellfire shotgun that burns your soul, or hypodermic needles filled
now.
with vampire blood. Seems kind of dumb to turn people into vampires, but it does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession, the breathing gun. It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces. Its sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out. They can even hurt hell lords and even greater threats like the cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything
Not
he
the
had
Ghost
and
Rider.
fought his one-man war for almost 100 years.
He's battled hordes of vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blade's even bested the spirit of vengeance,
That's crazy.
Zarathos.
And while he occasionally allied with teams like the Avengers, he prefers to work alone.
I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, vampires.
That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire weakness, a thirst for blood. Blah.
Even more so after he had a daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for fear of endangering her. If his bloodlust does overwhelm him, he will enter a berserker rage, skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps. He's made a cottage industry out of whooping Dracula's ass.
Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of Boston with a wave of his hand.
Drac apparently didn't hold a grudge though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of Vampirsk, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly, Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist.
So he can force his way
the heck?
inside your body and blow you up from the inside out.
dang.
Wait a minute now.
Oh yeah, no, I
the
ain't
end.
getting
I
all
ain't never
that.
seen nothing
Blade's
like
hatred
that.
of vampires
ain't
is
wanna
only
do all
matched
that in
by
the
his
live
hatred
action.
of himself. However,
They had
when
technology
Brielle
for all
showed
that,
signs
then.
of vampire powers, Blade finally found a reason
I didn't
to
even see that
reconnect
in the
with his daughter,
in the remake.
training her the same way Afari
cameo
trained
him
him a century prior.
with the
Even
new,
after
with
Blade was possessed by
with
the first
Deadpool,
vampire ever and
Deadpool.
tried to take over the
They
planet,
weren't probably about to do all
Brielle put
that.
her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world.
And proving that Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature pet called Boy Thing, let Marvel's
Thinking about it,
vampires
though.
beware. For should they indulge
Thinking about
their
it in that
unnatural
other movie
urges, they will be sure
with
to meet their
Deadpool,
end
they made
at the
him die
tip of
quick.
his blade.
I don't know.
up against that other girl.
Today's
Yeah,
battle
like
is
going
sponsored
on.
by Prize Picks.
You know what's awesome? Being right, especially
Bump
when your
you,
co-host is always
Prize
wrong.
Picks.
Funny, but on
I'm
Prize
alright.
Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss the
Let's
excitement of
skip
football
this.
season on Prize.
Hurt my poor heart.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
For thousands of
It's
years,
been
a
a long
new Slayer
time
would be
since I've
granted
seen this.
incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer, and so on. That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy and Summers.
Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the savior of humanity. Buffy's only goals in life were, in her own words, graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slaying, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school. Whoops.
Forcing
Dang.
her and her mom to move to Sunnydale, California to start a new life, far away
of
from
course
any
they
more
did it
bloodsuckers and bad makeup.
Right.
Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top of a hellmouth, where the boundary between Earth and Hell is permeable.
Yeah, that sounds like the valley, all right. Along with
That's
new
what's
Watcher
good.
It's been a minute.
Giles, Wallflower
That's
Willow,
right.
I done forgot.
part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel,
Angel.
magical retcon sister Dawn, and
Nah.
Xander.
He talking about,
Buffy and her Scooby Gang would battle a never-ending series of monsters.
And we mean truly never ending. Sure, there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics, and
really?
128 novels. Tens of thousands of pages of Buffy lore you've never heard of.
I
But
didn't know
we're
that.
just crazy enough
Got a
to
whole
speed
book
read
down
them
right there.
all.
Buffy carries a variety of anti-vampire weaponry. There's wooden stakes, of course, sometimes dipped in gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though she's also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs, holy water, just about anything.
You said it! When she fought an ancient demon unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century.
She's also a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi, kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Oh boy,
Buffy
this gonna be
apparently
a.
thinks Hong
gonna
Kong's
be a
kung fu
crazy,
movie masters
crazy.
could learn a thing or two.
I still
kidding.
take Blade.
Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are fine-tuned enough to dodge close-range Gatling gun fire, lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith,
I don't
who
know.
can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Buffy's strong enough to
Man, I
bend
take
rebar,
Blade, bro.
punch this 4.5-ton bat monster into the
Spike.
air, and smash hard enough to tear apart a building.
And despite her lack of armor, she can survive massive explosions, like the one that destroyed Cephrilion's lair that's bigger on the inside.
She can even fight blindfolded, but if she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
One time, Angel sucked out
I'm
almost
screaming.
all of the blood from her body, and she survived. Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's own magic makes her weirdly resilient to esoteric attacks, like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her soul being ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or that time she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
She might not show physical
Wow.
scars, but she sure has emotional ones. Being the Slayer put a
Aw.
huge burden on Buffy's life.
Unable to live normally, she felt isolated, forced to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis. Sure, she had friends, but they couldn't understand her unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world. That must be one of those metaphors.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back.
Made even worse by her having all the memories of the other Slayers bouncing around in her head, dating back to the Stone Age.
Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought, and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But this includes the memories of their deaths. Countless women violently dying young, a reminder of her inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory. After leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole,
A glory hole, if you will.
Buffy sacrificed herself to save the universe, dying a hero's death.
It appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Finally freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven in perfect bliss. Until her friends brought her back to life in the agony of existence.
Okay.
This absolutely crushed Buffy and, ironically, annihilated her will to live.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and
She
continue
had
her
to get back
endless
into it.
crusade against all things Spirit Halloween.
They like, we killed her
Buffy's
too quick.
battle for 48 hours straight defeated
Dang it,
vampires
though.
immune to traditional vampiric weaknesses and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake.
And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
Like the Queller Demon, which arrived as a meteor and caused the Tunguska explosion, which destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Or the Sorrow Demon, which caused a storm that blanketed Los Angeles.
She's also a match for Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She
don't
even
remember
faced
half
off
this
against
stuff.
the first evil, literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality itself.
Forced into
crazy.
battles
Well, I say
against
it's been
stronger
so long,
and
bro.
stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to even the odds. The, Slayer safe.
It's actually a Bardiche.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
Slayer
He was
Scythe.
trying to
Buffy's
think of a
Slayer
crazy
powers
behind
and created to
name.
defeat ancient demons. The scythe can deflect magical projectiles and slice through just about anything. Ghosts, magic, even space itself, destabilizing reality in the process.
Even Silas, the devourer of worlds. Kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And
Oh, man.
there goes his head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful tool in her arsenal. In effect, attaining it completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. With the scythe, Buffy was finally whole. Being the Slayer was no longer a burden, but a purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and kicked the first evil's ass.
Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on, a sisterhood of Slayers.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth. Because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
Hey,
But there's a
as
good
you
bit of
know,
stuff in there
it's
that I'm just like,
Skeletor.
bro, I
You
ain't really
mean
know a lot about.
October.
No,
Because, like I
stupid,
say,
it's
I
the
didn't finish
Skeletor
the entire
celebration.
show
I don't
or
get it.
anything.
Come
Or
on,
definitely
don't you watch
read
the
the.
Battle Cast?
I think
And for
I
the
watched
first
that
time ever,
movie.
we've got Skeletober merch on the Death Battle store.
Wait, isn't that just
Didn't they have
Skeletor?
a movie for
Skeletober? Yeah.
I
Look at
remember
that
it all
hat.
being TV.
Oh, I'm putting those stickers on
Maybe I'm thinking
everything.
about it wrong.
Is that a pillow? We sell
Just
pillows
in
now?
general, like,
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure a
I'll
good
take
bit of the stuff they
7.
You
said,
can
doggone,
find
was
all
mainly
that and
inside
more,
of the.
including our limited
books
death
as
mats
well.
that are selling pretty quick
So,
at
sure.
www.deathbattle.gg.
128 books.
That's
I know they ain't crammed 128 books worth of stuff
www.deathbattle.gg.
into all them
Happy
seasons.
That's
Skeletober.
crazy.
That's wild, man.
All
I
right,
don't
the
know, man.
combatants
Buffy
are
kinda
set.
crazy.
We've run
Here
the
we
data
go.
through all possibilities.
It's time for a live action death battle!
Live action.
Not live action. Come on now.
Oh, y'all got some actors. I guess they said, man, listen here. It's cheaper to do this, man. That CGI got done crazy with them animations. It'll take forever.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Oh,
That was actually pretty catchy.
We were kings long before they had a name for kings. But now, starved, hunted, forgotten.
Forgot.
You have waited long enough. Tonight, we remember who we were. Tonight, we take back what was always ours. Tonight,
tonight.
we feast.
Okay.
All right now.
And she. That's just the start.
Dang. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
That's one way to get it started off. So they gonna fight the vampires first, and then they gonna fight each other.
Who killed the most?
It was the. Okay, hold on. I don't never pause these things to go back, but it was the.
Pew.
He like he was hitting the good hit. Like he was hitting that pose. Oh
Ugh.
dang. Okay. Okay.
My.
Dang, hit both of them. Wow.
Dang.
Okay. God damn.
Dang, Buffy.
God damn. He said I'm going out with a bang. Oh dang.
Wait!
Dang.
She was just a kid!
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Bro, they just messed me up, bro. I thought you had a different voice.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Appreciate everything that he's doing. He doing a great job and stuff, man. But I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got to comment down below. That voice just messed me up. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That is not what I expected Blade to got there coming. Yeah, he definitely said that. He definitely said that, dog. Very, very not Blade like what I was expecting. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't expecting that.
Not anymore.
It might have been a teeth that was holding me back on that though.
Good, man.
Alright, Blade, coming back on you, bro.
That. Not anymore. Go in her mouth.
It was the go in her mouth.
You out your damn mind?
It's just not doing it for me. I'm sorry.
Person at your tail.
The younger Blade.
Not in the stop. Oh my God.
He just dropped the gun. Oh, you done made him mad. Healing.
He said feeling.
I said healing.
No.
Damn child. There was some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
Right.
It's the
Dang. What I told you about technicality, you about to get the sci-fi. Oh, it's over with. Oh, dang.
oh, it's in her body.
It's about who won the more now.
But it's in her body. The bullet's in her body.
Yeah, but I mean, she probably.
Another sword.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bring it on.
Oh, that was smooth. Hey, you can tell they took it. Oh, dang.
Go ahead and heal by the next episode. Up, she got you. Up. Up.
Oh, what I told you.
But Blade, but that wasn't my Blade, bro. First of all, his voice wasn't weak enough. That's what threw it off.
They ain't got nothing to do with the doggone fight. I knew what I told you. I knew Buffy doggone they would have Buffy win it.
It's like you got ahead of yourself.
What are you doing up there?
Oh, I'm just posting
Look
the
like you
number of
got ahead
visitors
of
to the
yourself.
Homes.com network this
I
month.
ain't even
It's
gonna
become
lie.
the
That was a little
Be
surprising.
Blade tenued no longer. I'm surprised. I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history, he'd have the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is actually in more comics than Blade.
Really? Man, Blade can't catch a
That's
break.
insane.
Let's break this down into four categories. First up,
Please.
stats. Buffy's lifted much heavier things and survived more significant explosions.
Like,
Okay.
sure, Blade's
Understandable.
strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
Scaling to the monsters they fought, compare Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the
That's crazy.
Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles, a city over 5 times larger. You might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb that could blow up Harlem, but that's significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast that could wipe out London. They could both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
Blade's used to
Wow.
being the odd man out,
Understandable.
though, so his versatility is just as important.
With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows and morning stars. Not to mention, he actually wears armor.
Also, Blade's faster healing factor and immunity to traditional vampire weaknesses kept Buffy on the back foot for a time. Blade wins versatility.
But when it comes to skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience fighting armed opponents barehanded.
Both of them were masters of a similar number of martial arts.
And Blade has been kicking vampire ass for a century, way longer than Buffy's even been alive.
While Blade may have more personal experience, Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back to the Stone Age, at least 40 times older than Blade, gives her the superior skill. Even
Wow.
then, they both had weapons and abilities so powerful they could end the fight instantly, regardless of all else.
They're trump cards. Fortunately for Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite? Check.
Resisting the Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul? Check.
Preventing Blade turning to mist and exploding her from the inside out? Check.
Meanwhile, Blade had no way to survive, say, Buffy's Gorgon venom turning him to stone.
And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight. It could easily deflect the breathing gun's bullets back at him, or use its space-cutting ability to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword.
Don't believe us? Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing.
And Wolverine's beta adamantium skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Oh, and since the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I think you could take down Blade with a big enough swing.
Giving Buffy the final advantage over the Daywalker.
Really
That's
thought
crazy.
Blade had a chance, but Buffy sure put a damn fear on things.
The winner
What if his
is
voice was
Buffy
deeper,
the
though?
Vampire Slayer.
If his voice was deeper,
Next
it might
time
have.
on Death Metal.
Who is it?
Is that Harley Quinn?
No. Oh, that's from Devil May Cry.
Subscribe and
Devil May
Ah,
Cry, Final Fantasy. Okay, I knew it. I
that's
figured.
gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man. But hey, I had a feeling. I told you. I felt like Buffy doggone would win because of the plain and simple fact. Just a lot of stuff I seen her do and how powerful they made her came out to be in this show and everything and stuff. I just But come on, man. They really get so
Man.
in detail with stuff. It's crazy though. I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly, because when you really think about it, but that's why I was kind of feeling a little iffy. Because remember when we watched Deadpool, and they had Blade come through as a cameo. He died there to the other one. Remember?
Oh,
To the,
wait a minute. He did.
He did
I don't
die.
know. Oh, I mean,
I could have sworn
he
I
was
remember him
old though
dying.
in there. He was. That was the old.
But you know, Blade is Blade regardless of what age.
I mean, yeah, but still.
I
though,
just, you know, I started to feel a little iffy because of that. But anyways,
whatever, man.
let us know what other death battles would you like us to react to?
Yeah, we got a couple doggone on the list for sure that we probably just gonna go ahead and kind of check out. But we definitely, you know what I'm saying, will take any recommendation you guys give us that we probably ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? So
What's crazy is the things that's on the screen right now is the ones we've done.
yeah, the ones we did. Yeah, 'cause I guess because they the most recent ones.
Yeah.
So that's why they show them, man. But hey.
We've only done 3. So.
Like I said before, man, if you guys want to support the channel more right now, man, hit that link in the description. Come on Patreon. If not, subscribe, tell a friend to keep running us up. We're going to see y'all in the next death battle video, man. Peace.
Devin.